Vida Carter thought she could protect her son as long as a jail cell was available. For more than 10 years, she tried to find Corey Carter quality, consistent treatment. Corey had schizophrenia and sometimes he struggled with paranoia. The Corey whom Vida knew and loved would start to change. That's when Vida knew she and Corey needed to make the 100-mile drive from Valiant, a small town in southeast Oklahoma, to McAlester. There, Vida would beg the staff at Carl Albert Community Mental Health Center to give her son an inpatient crisis bed. Repeatedly, she was told that because Corey wasn't a danger to himself or others, he didn't meet the criteria to be admitted against his will for treatment. So Vida developed a Plan B she still feels guilty about today. She would call police and tell them that Corey was trying to hurt her or another family member. When Corey drove her car, she would tell police that he had stolen it. And police would come, knowing Corey's mental health history, and take him to jail. But this plan to help Corey failed too. Corey died in the McCurtain County Jail last February of 2015. His death is a tragic symptom of a broken mental health system that has never fully served the people who need it. There are, in Oklahoma, 820 state-funded beds to address the needs of adults with mental illnesses and substance use disorders. That's compared with 90 jails and 41 contemporary holding facilities with more than 15,000 beds. This is why jail cell was always available for Corey Carter. Shortly before Corey died in the McCurtain County Jail, Vida stood inside the office of a mental health facility in McAlester, begging them to take her 40-year-old son. For more than a decade of trying to find Corey quality, consistent treatment for his mental illness, Vida resorted to saying her son was dangerous and threatening to harm his family, and in some cases, Corey's families would say he had already hurt them. This caused Corey to rack up criminal charges, but his family believed he was safer in jail than on the streets, especially when they were told Corey didn't meet criteria to be in a state-run mental health facilities. Corey had always been a hard worker. He consistently persevered and showed that he was a good person. Corey received medicine at Carl Albert Community Mental Health Center. Sometimes he would ask them to change the amount he was taking. When they lessened the dosage, Corey would be sick again, his mother says. The last time Vida took her son to McAlester to be evaluated at a state-run treatment facility, Corey had been awake for almost 5 days. Sitting in the supervisor's office, Corey repeatedly said things suggesting he was not in touch with reality. He told them he needed to get his hard hat to go to work. Vida pointed out to the mental health worker that Corey didn't have a job, much less one in construction. At one point, Corey said, "Your mama is dead," without directing the statement to anyone in the room. Vida told the mental health worker he is very smart. He's going to try to maintain as much as he can. The supervisor asked to speak Corey alone. Vida felt hopeful that the supervisor, once one-on-one with her son, would see that Corey wasn't himself. But soon the supervisor came out and told Vida he's not homicidal, he's not suicidal. He doesn't seem to be a threat to others. Vida asked, "Are you going to wait until someone kills him or kills him somebody else? Hurt somebody?" Vida asked. "Basically, yes," said the supervisor responded. Vida left McAlester with her son and drove 100 miles back to Valiant. She left Corey at home and headed to work at a local drug facility. That afternoon, Vida got a call that Corey had been arrested. She felt somewhat relieved knowing he was safe somewhere. But soon she got another phone call. Corey had been taken to jail to the hospital. Jail staff at the McCurtain County Jail alleged he had become combative. He was then tased, which resulted in Corey becoming unconscious. He lost oxygen to his blood and later died. This all being because there was not enough intervention to address the needs of Corey. The jail personnel were not competent enough to treat someone with mental illness, which resulted in Corey's death.